going on? All right, we got Jon Jones versus Anthony Rumble Johnson prediction, and I'm just going to make this one a real short video and short prediction, but at least give you a reason why I'm making the prediction. Anthony Johnson just knocked out Gustafsson and made it look easy, and so it's really easy to say, well, Gustafsson gave Jon Jones a run for his money, and Anthony Johnson just knocked Gustafsson out, so he shouldn't have any problem running through Jon Jones. Well, yeah, I mean, I believe that just might be the case, but also I'm going with Rumble Johnson in this fight against Jon Jones to win, because Jon Jones is having trouble with using cocaine. Maybe he's out drinking. He's had low testosterone, which means he could have been taking testosterone, steroids, and now his testosterone's dropped. So he doesn't seem to be. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Jon Jones' last two fights really hasn't looked very good. And there's been other fights too where he was real dominant, but he just really hasn't looked that great. And physically, he doesn't look the same either. He does not look as ripped. He doesn't look as impressive as he did before. And granted, he's fighting like Daniel Cormier, who had never lost a round, right? But I don't know. I don't think Jon Jones. I think he's kind of like, I don't know. With all those things with his life, I don't think he's taking things as serious. And I believe these other fighters like Anthony Johnson. I believe Anthony Johnson's been going to work. He's been training, and sometimes guys that are just kind of sleepers, they just kind of come out of nowhere. Like Robbie Lawler, look, he just kind of came out of nowhere. Where was Robbie Lawler 5 years ago in MMA? And look where he is now. It's crazy. And there's some other guys too. Ryan Bader, just after this last fight card, he's won 4 in a row. Who would have thought that? And look at Anthony Johnson. This guy was thrown out of the UFC like not that long ago. Something involving a girl. He got in a fight with a girl, or he hit a girl, or something like that. I don't really know what was involved, but they, some allegations that maybe weren't true or was slightly true, but anyway, he went from not even being in the UFC to, he just might end up being a champion, and I believe if when he fights Jon Jones, I think he's gonna win. I'm definitely gonna be rooting for Rumble Johnson, but I really do believe that he will win the fight. So I don't see, but you never know. You never know. These guys have mixed performances, but based on Jon Jones's personal life and doing drugs and everything, if you have somebody that's up and coming, that's on a tear, that's taking things very serious, and I believe Anthony Johnson is. When he got thrown out of the UFC, or was threatened to be thrown out, I believe he was thrown out. That might have really got him in gear and to start taking his life serious. And Jon Jones, the guy's already rich, he's young. It doesn't seem like he's taking things very serious and doing things like that. And the same thing we got Nick Diaz coming up to fight Anderson Silva this coming weekend. I don't know what's going to happen in that fight, but all I know is neither one of these guys has won a fight in years. I can't remember when the last time Anderson Silva has fought anybody that was a good fighter, like a really top fighter, and looked good. It's been a long time. I don't consider Chael Sonnen a top fighter, and Chael Sonnen was just, the one time he had steroids, like high levels of testosterone in his system. But when was that fight? That first fight that was years and years ago. It's got to be 3-4 years ago, probably 4. And same with Nick Diaz. It's been a long time. So that fight, there's nearly no way to predict what's going to happen. So we'll just have to see. But I don't know. I kind of have a feeling Nick's going to win the fight. Just because he doesn't really get knocked out, and he's got great endurance. It's going to be a 5-round fight. And, Anderson Silva, most of his fights that he wins, they're by knockout. He's not really a decision type fighter. And, I don't know. I don't really see Nick getting submitted either. Can he submit Anderson Silva? Well, we don't really see Anderson Silva get submitted either. So there might be a lot of stand-up fighting in this fight. And if that's the case, unless Nick gets knocked out, I believe Nick will win. But like I said, it's a hard one to pick because, Anderson's so evasive. He's so evasive, and we've seen, Nick have problems with Carlos Condit doing that evasive stuff, although I do believe Nick won that fight. It was a real close one. It should have been a big, huge eye-opener. They should have given Nick Diaz, he should have won that fight, but then everybody would have said, look, Condit has really exposed and did a really good job. But he kind of shouldn't have won that fight. He just wasn't aggressive enough. If he had been a little bit more aggressive, maybe 20% more aggressive with that style, getting out of the way. But I mean, he was literally just running away. In 3 rounds of fighting Condit and Nick Diaz, Condit did both of them together, they probably fought like 1 round of fighting in 3 rounds because Condit's running away. So that was just kind of that was stupid. I don't like to see that, but yeah. So that's some of my thoughts on some upcoming fights here. But yeah, I think Rumble Johnson's gonna beat Jon Jones. I really do. All right, I'll see you guys later.